elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll bring it out. It's Holmes. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. On the ground, it's Washington. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Hold and fired complete. Didn't pick up a... moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Dropping back, it's Washington. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
I think receivers really separate themselves with body control to be able to hang in the air but stay in bounds and keep that foot on the ground. Unbelievable job catching the football and staying in bounds near the sidelines.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. fights the back and leaves it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Graham. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Got the quick pass. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop on the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's it, 5. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's a heat. Makes the catch. It's Washington. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Darts. He's got the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Brooks. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Washington wants to go quickly. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. They'll give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Under fire. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Unloads it left. Good timing on the quick out. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They go to the counter. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the clock has hit zeros. Here's a look at the big moment from that battle in the Pac-12. Illinois came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Champaign had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but it certainly could have been worse. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. It's a seam wide open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to adjust the pattern. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fakes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They give it to him again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. At the 35, he's open. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Give to the running back from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just got you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. Lets it go. Working on the right. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let it go. It's complete. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. And the Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. And the D denied them on second and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to pass. It starts. It's complete on the right side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner will be dragged down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Shoots it to the left. At the 45 on its way. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Williams. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. 1st down.
Off play action. Going for it all. And they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Catch in the middle. It's Washington. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just. He's going for the goal line. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to change this route. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they didn't start this 1st half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into that.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll go to the ground. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the ground. He's got it again. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Huskies will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Kicking team's got it.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Now improvising. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change.
Touchdown, Huskies! A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him. Huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Boston College managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll savor this one in Chestnut Hill for some time, no matter the final score. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Dumps it to the back. Found the spot in the defense. It's a running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
This time they'll go to the running game. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Going for 6. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the air, it's Washington. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up third down.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going for the big play. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Huskies are in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. That's 20. Touchdown, Huskies. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his big tight end. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Hinton. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Scanning the field, it's Washington. They're working that left side. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Back to pass. Buys a little extra time. Finds a man in the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got his man on the right. Again, just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Wide open downfield. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. The Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Well, this defense wants to bring some pressure. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Dropping back, it's Washington. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had. Yeah,
right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Spirited matchup with ramifications inside CUSA today, guys. Here's how it finished up. Jacksonville State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible.
Play action on 1st down.
A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keeps it on the bootleg. Steps away. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
The name of the game is trying to pressure the quarterback. These bootlegs do a really good job moving the quarterback's launch point. And then guess what? Now he gets to run the football. So he gets outside the pocket, makes guys look silly with his speed, and gets big chunks of yards like it's nothing.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Washington right back to the line. Looking to pass. It starts. Buying some time. He'll get rid of it. He makes a catch. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Into the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line. And that shove saved a touchdown. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job of nice discipline by this defense. I am an aggressive person, Paul. I like to put my foot on the gas. I like to go for it. But here, second half, if I can tie the football game, a 4th down situation, I'm taking it.
You are aggressive spiritually, physically, and mentally. But I agree. When you go field goal on this situation, and you put the pressure on your defense to go get a stop, get you the ball back, and give you a chance to win.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick. Nice job.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Back to pass, it's Washington. Got a man, it's Hinton.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking left. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The offense will have a chance to get the go-ahead score here in the 4th. They go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra 1st downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Washington. They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Washington. He's taking the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 35. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun. He might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Pressure coming. He'll take another shot here. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Buys a little time with his feet. Gets rid of it. And he was flat. Missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. Fires it. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in it, so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give your team a chance to win.
And it's his 4th interception of the night.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Trying play action.
And man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
From midfield, looking for room. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to throw. It's Washington. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Complete to the left. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the defender.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this is